But let me know, guys. So this is the end. Finished. There's still life in the old dog. Ow! Woof. Right guys, I'm about to silicone around the window. So I've got my nozzle, I've got my silicone tool. I'm going to be doing it at number 6. It goes up to 10 and goes down to 5. And what I do, guys, I match it to the 6 and then I just fetch it ever so slightly down. That this just means that I won't be overloading it with silicone. Does that make sense, guys? So I'm not going to make a royal mess, because if I cut it down here, then I'm going to have like double the silicone that I don't need. So if you just literally find the sweet spot just past the 6, I'd say it's about there. Cut that and we're good to go, guys. Right, and there you go, I've cut it. I've put it at like a slight angle and let's see how we get on, eh? Right, I've done 2 sides, guys, so this is, I've done the top and the side. I've got my last one to do. And another little tip, guys, is always make sure that you've got your thing set up right, that the nozzle's pointing like this, guys. Yeah, if anything, you should really mark the top of it with a pencil. Which I've got one here. So I know I need to keep it straight, like that, guys. Okay? And away we go. So all this means now, hopefully, if I've done this right, that I'll have minimal mess. I've obviously drawn out a bit of silicone, but not as much as I would be if I hadn't measured it. That looks pretty good. And what I do, I'll get myself an 8, because I know when I'm going to rub it up and I'm going to be cleaning the window and the walls, the 8 is bigger than the 6, so it won't touch the actual silicone that I've just done. then what I do, my final little thing, I go back with the 6. Well, there we have it, guys, finished. You get a lovely finish, guys, all the way round. Happy days. I'm going to let that go off because it's Obi-Wan and you can paint over it. I'm just going to cut it all in. And that is it, this is official. This is my last little bit to cut in. I've done all the other sides. This is where I corked it, guys. You can paint over it. And this is it, finished. Can you ever achieve perfection? That's what I want to know. Put it in the comments. And I mean perfection. Because no matter how many times I ever look at this, there's always something. So I guess I'm not aiming for perfection, guys. Yep. Not on this watch. But I'm happy with it. Right, come on, nearly there. I've gone round and I've done all the little spot patches that I've done. I've just given them a second coat, so that gives it every chance of blending in. That's finished. This is literally the last couple of strokes. Can I walk away from this? I think I'll have to, because it's doing me head in. I think I've gone beyond that do kind of thing. I've tried my best. Be interesting to see the comments. I don't get many comments, guys, don't get many followers, but that's okay. I don't ask for them. And I've had some nasty comments as well, like, you know, like another YouTuber trying to make money. Well, if I'm trying to make money, I'm about £3 down at the moment. And I think if you spoke to genuine people, like there was a fella on there, a plasterer, and he was talking about making money on here. He said, look, I'd be happy just to make a £5, just to say that I've achieved to get over 1,000 subscribers, and he's achieved something. And that's me all over. I'm never ever going to be able to draw money off of this site. And that's fine, guys. I just hope one day, when I'm gone, my kids can look back and say, God, there he is, look, silly old idiot. And sit there and have a giggle at me talking to myself. That's all it's all about, guys, for your kids. This channel's for my kids and my grandchildren. And hopefully one day if they want to do something, they'll have a go themselves, like, you know what I mean? Because my dad taught me everything I knew, everything I know, should I say. And I'm grateful of that. And I was lucky enough to work with him like all my life, really. Like, not all the time, but on privates and stuff like that, and I helped him out and he helped me out and stuff like that, and everything I know I've learned from my dad. So hopefully my kids might be able to learn something, and if they don't, that's fine. I'm proud of my kids, couldn't be any prouder of them. And they've kind of got the attitude, what they're saying is that they wouldn't want me to help them now because I'm too slow, which is fair enough, I agree. But there'll be little jobs that I'm going to end up, because they're both on the verge of moving out and, you know, having their own lives, getting their own houses. And they're of the opinion they'd be better off to earn the money and have someone else do it. But I think they've got a shot coming to them, because the amount of money like tradespeople charge and the quality of the trade people, like, I'm not saying they're all bad, but if you get a wrong one, you're going to know about it, and they'll do more damage than good. So you've got that side of it. If you get a good tradesperson, just hold on to them, you'll be lucky, you know what I mean? But what do they charge a day? £250, £300 a day? That's what they're getting up to now, like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. And everything costs money. So I would say, if you're gonna, let me know if I'm wrong, guys, if you're gonna do it yourself, say, and let's just say like this costs like, well, I'll tell you how much this cost. With the sofa, which was £3.5 grand, I would say I've spent 1,500 quid on here, and you'd think no way. But I can tell you now, the carpet was 600 quid, then you got to put the underlay, the gripper rods, the door gripper, the paint was like 150, the paper was 200, the plasterboard, 6 sheets was 60 quid, 9 bags of plaster I bought, which was £100. Yeah, like electrical wire, electrical fittings, it just goes on and on and on, guys. Mastic, acoustic sealant, vapor barrier was 100, the Celotex was nearly 200. So just add all that up, guys. Like the filler, just to put a filler, like a tenner. Yeah, I've just got some mastic to stick the gripper rods down. That was £15 for a tube of no nonsense, not no nonsense, not Obi-Wan. What was the other one? Anyway, it was 15 quid near on, £14 something. So believe me, it's expensive. So if you spent 5 grand doing it yourself, how much would it cost to do a room like this? And that's like for someone to come in and knock the ceiling out, fill it all in with Celotex, vapor barrier, acoustic seal it, because that's what I did. I made sure I went round, and you'd say, well, what's the point? But like, to me, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing properly, guys. And yeah, like, would they do that? Would they start cutting corners? But let's get back onto, if they're good at their job and they're going to charge you for it, how much would this cost for someone to do this? How much? I'm thinking 2 grand, possibly. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know how much you charge for plastering all of this, papering, painting. Yeah, it seems to me that it would cost about 2 grand, I would think. So on top of that 5 grand, 7 grand that would cost you. So we've saved 2 grand, which is crazy. It could even cost 3 grand, like, thinking about it. Who knows? Who knows, like, in today's world. It's going to become another room like this, so we're going to have 2 snug rooms. But it's literally, it's the same size as this, and we're going to have like maybe the same sofa, which is crazy. And like the same kind of thing, like obviously a different colour, different wallpaper, but it could literally be an exact match next door when it all gets done. I've got 1 more bedroom to do. Yeah, and that's all finished upstairs. But my main thing is outside, guys. I want to do an extension. I need to build a porch, I need to lay the floors, I need to go round all the back and render all round the house and put all that foam on it and render that insulation. I'll be doing that myself. Never done anything like that in my life, guys. And I'll be turning which is going to be my next job, so this is going to be interesting. My next job is going to be turning my garage into a gym, and believe me when I say I can just about walk in it now. It's 18 feet long by 6 metres by 4 metres, right? And it's quite big, but I wish I'd have done it bigger now. And it's absolutely rammed full of crap in there, and I've got to somehow hide it all behind like 18-foot of wardrobes, and I've got to build another shed around the back of it to hide all my bikes, and not to hide but to store them, and my lawnmower trimmers, whacker plates and things like that. So, but yeah, I've got a fair old bit of work. I reckon another year or two, like I'm just gonna plod along. That's all I do, guys, is plod along. I'm not trying to impress anyone, I'm not trying to break like any speed records. As long as I get the job done, it's like slow and steady wins the race, guys. Because 3 weeks ago this room was horrible, and now it's something that we can be proud of and not feel embarrassed. But it did make me laugh because I looked at the coving and I had a few cracks in the ceiling and the walls were wonky. And when I first started on this room, I started knocking down the coving. I thought the coving was falling down, and my God, that was unbelievable getting that coving off. And yeah, so the hardest thing in here, would I say, would be the Celotex. That was probably the hardest, fitting it into all those gaps, guys. And with the second hardest being plastering the ceiling. Now, I didn't film me plastering the ceiling, and thank God I didn't, because I'd have been destroyed. I absolutely struggled on it, and I'll admit it. My neighbour came round and helped me, and he's not a plasterer, he done his best. And lucky he did, really, because he was a big help. But whatever he did, he was doing different to me, so I had to keep an eye on both of us, and kind of just, yeah, it was awkward because I was probably putting it on a bit thicker than him and he was putting it on thin, but he got there, like, well, should I say, we got there and we got it done. But it was a long time doing it. It was probably about 4 hours, and I thought I lost this ceiling about 3 times. And when I say 4 hours, it's not going at the ceiling for 4 hours. Like, you literally apply it for half an hour, you've got to wait 20-30 minutes and stuff like that. But then it started getting serious, it started going off. And it took a long time to get it all how I needed it to be until I was happy. But we got there, and I'm happy with it now, guys. It's not my best bit of plastering, but I've learned one lesson, is to never plaster on a hot day. Because that's probably what done us up, like, it was so hot. And as soon as we started, like, we were knackered. We're both 61, and it was hard going. But we got there. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you on the next job. Cheers, guys.